Well, it's going to be a summer-like weekend ahead. We're looking at record warmth that's likely not only this afternoon, but tomorrow afternoon, too. Both of those current records for the 3rd and 4th of October were set back 20 years ago in 2005. Our current record, 85, Friday's high 88, current record for tomorrow's date, 87, and Saturday's high 88. So we'll likely break those by a couple degrees today and maybe a degree or tie that tomorrow.
This morning, the shutdown enters a third day, with lawmakers on both sides refusing to budge. What this means for hundreds of thousands of federal workers left in limbo.
Plus, Wisconsin's final 2 youth prison facilities could be closing, what Governor Evers is saying.
And looking to add a 4-legged friend to your family? Why now could be the perfect time to adopt.
Well, good morning, and thanks for waking up with us this Friday. I'm Michelle Renee Quinn, filling in for Chris Stanford.
And I'm Kyrian Lee. Thanks for waking up with us. You've made it to Friday.
Congratulations.
Let's get up and at 'em.
Let's get it. And we're going to send it right on over to Savannah Brito because our temperatures are pretty nice, but we have some visibility we're tracking first.
Yeah, we got a little bit of fog, not across all of the area, but a few areas are down. Basketball's just down to half a mile, Lone Rock's at 6. Everyone else right now, 10 miles. So very similar to yesterday, just a couple of spotty areas that are dealing with some patchy fog. But in Basketball, they are seeing that more dense of fog. We've got 60s out there, so we're warmer than this time yesterday. 55 in Janesville, all across Dane County, 61. So all that yellow, those are the warmer temperatures. The green, slightly cooler, but those temps are still above average. We're looking at record warmth not only this afternoon, but tomorrow afternoon too. Today we're looking at highs that reach the upper 80s. A couple of lower 90s can't even be ruled out. So yeah, really hot for this time of year. It's the first weekend of October, and we're not going to feel anything like it with temperatures sitting some 20 to 25 degrees above average. We do have some fall-like weather ahead though. We'll time that out coming up.
Savannah, thank you.
Today marks day 3 of the federal government shutdown as lawmakers on Capitol Hill prepare to resume budget negotiations.
If lawmakers do not pass a bill today, the shutdown could continue through Monday. Democrats say they refuse to keep voting on the same legislation and are standing firm on their demand for new health care subsidies. Senate Majority Leader John Thune is considering a meeting with Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer. Despite ongoing talks, food banks nationwide are already feeling the impact and brace for more strain as the shutdown continues.
In general, we're already facing a challenge because we have less food than that was donated through USDA, and so we're having to pivot and purchase more. We're prepared that there may be an influx of individuals seeking food assistance.
This comes as President Donald Trump met with his director of the Office of Management and Budget amid continuing threats of slashing both federal jobs and cutting certain programs. 2 officials say those cuts could begin as soon as this weekend. Returning now to some local headlines, Governor Tony Evers says the state is one step closer to closing its last youth prison facilities.
Right now, Lincoln Hills and Cooper Lake schools in Irma are under full compliance with 50 reforms. This is after 2015 allegations of excessive use of force and child abuse that led to court-ordered reform. Evers says the goal is to move the young people at the facilities closer to their homes, close the prisons, and convert them into adult institutions.
This morning, Beloit police are looking for information after a shooting that left 1 person dead and another injured. Police say they responded to a report of a shooting around 3 a.m. yesterday on White Avenue near Turtle Creek. There, they found a 51-year-old with a gunshot wound who later died in the hospital. A 41-year-old man arrived to the hospital with a non-life-threatening gunshot wound. Police say there is no threat to the public, but are talking to witnesses to identify the suspect.
Now to continuing coverage of a crash that left a Madison police officer seriously injured. Video from police shows the suspect, 36-year-old Christopher Bruger, driving recklessly, leading law enforcement officers on a nearly 5-mile chase on Saturday that ended in the crash. Now, Monona Police Chief Brian Cheney is calling for harsher sentences for repeat offenders. He cites Bruger's history, including a similar 2022 incident and 4 OWIs.
We almost lost a police officer in our community due to the reckless behavior of a repeat violent offender. And I appreciate the fact that questions are being asked and that there's probably, hopefully, going to be some more evaluation, certainly as it relates to this case, but hopefully in other cases moving forward.
Chief Cheney says he sent a proposal to the Monona City Council asking them to change the chase policy. He wants them to be able to use grapplers, which attach to a police car, and when used, it helps bring the suspect's car to a stop. Officer Kimberly is still in the hospital.
The village and town of New Glarus approved a new partnership with Belleville Area Emergency Medical Services. As part of the new agreement, the ambulance will be ready to respond to emergencies in the area. Officials say more conversations could happen next year about the most effective ways of providing EMS care across northern Greene County. The new agreement is set to take effect at the end of December. We're turning now to some more national headlines. President Trump is telling Congress that the U.S. is now in armed conflict with cartels. So President Trump is now designating drug cartels as terrorist organizations and calling them unlawful combatants.
This comes as the president is also designating drug cartels as terrorist organizations and calling them unlawful combatants. This legal justification removes traditional due process and allows the country to lawfully kill them. This announcement comes just 1 month after the U.S. military launched 3 separate strikes on cartel boats that killed 17 people.
The Department of Homeland Security says Kilmar Abrigo Garcia's removal order stands after a judge refused to reopen his asylum case. He's the 30-year-old Salvadorian who the Trump administration wrongfully deported to El Salvador in March. Garcia was previously denied asylum back in 2019. The judge in that case stopped his deportation due to threats he received from a gang in El Salvador. DHS has said he would be sent to Uganda, but also mentioned the possibility of Costa Rica or another country, which is in Africa.
New this morning, a boat that was part of the Gaza flotilla has successfully arrived at a Cyprus port after avoiding being intercepted by the Israeli military. Dozens of ships took part in the biggest flotilla operation yet. However, most of the ships had been intercepted off the coast of Gaza. An Israeli military spokesperson said that more than 250 people were taken into custody, including climate activist Greta Thunberg. Now, this comes after thousands of people across Europe protested the interceptions.
5:06 here at home, a silent auction begins today for rural Palestinian families impacted by the war. You can view the artwork until October 13th at Java Cat Coffee in Madison. There will be an artist meet and greet on the 9th from 5 to 6. The artwork is inspired by photographs of a rural region in the southernmost end of the West Bank. Well, if you're thinking about adopting a furry friend, now may be the time.
This month, DCHS is waiving adoption fees for Lonely Hearts Club pets, those who've waited longer or have special needs. The Dane County Humane Society currently has over 200 dogs, cats, small animals, and even barnyard animals waiting for homes. Thanks to an Aspica Rescue Effect grant, DCHS will also host pop-up events this month with reduced or waived fees. You can find all those details at giveshelter.org or on DCHS social media.